areas, Uncle Steve. I thank you for pointing out. I hope you continue to investigate this and lead the discussion in this area, Uncle Steve.
I will. You're welcome. The article, and I haven't even read the whole article, it says that this facility could text message the entire country within 12 minutes. Okay, very good. Okay, Comrade, you're up. Hi, go ahead.
It's very likely that this server farm is just a spam and phishing farm. These are exceptionally common, particularly in the global south. They happen everywhere.
They're common. Really? I didn't know that.
Yes, they're exceptionally common. You just don't tend to see them in the United States, which is where the spectacle is. And if they're sending out...
Where do you see them?
They pop up in Bangladesh, they pop up in India, they pop up in places all around South Asia. I mean, they existed in Indonesia. There's some in Singapore and etc. You know, a lot of these farms do multiple things. They'll send out fake text messages talking about how you've you know, you have the wrong login for your Facebook account.
Yeah, no, I've got some of them. Yes, I know, yes.
But it's very easy, right? After a country has been logged as a country having a lot of these spam, you know, server shops. You know, you might hear about the myth of the former Nigerian prince. These were server farms. And the IPs that these are...
I still get texted at least once or twice a week from a Nigerian prince or princess. Please continue, yes.
I mean, they started with, you know, spam emails and etc. After certain countries get found out, you have to figure out a different pool of communication due to, you know, the IPs being associated. And internet service providers in different regions being associated with high volume of this traffic. So it would make sense if, you know, there's a small organization that has made money off of scamming people in a different region that has transported it to the United States and created a server farm to, you know, outflow mass text messages. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, I get an absurd amount of spam messages. So it's very unlikely to...
How would any of us know how many spam messages you get on your cell phone?
I mean, you could assume based on the amount of spam messages you get.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, go on. Okay.
It is significantly more likely that, again, it's a phishing or a spam farm rather than China or Russia. Now, I would not be surprised if the media tries to spin it that way. I mean, that would be effective. But the reality is that neither China nor Russia are the enemies of the average United States citizen, right? Yes, our governments are adversarial. Yes, the market...
Did you hear what was announced about TikTok yesterday?
Sure. I mean, it's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
Yeah.
The reason why I brought it up is because you said that China is not an enemy of the average person, like we didn't say it, but me or you.
No.
Isn't the whole reason why we're looking for ownership and Oracle? They said Oracle is going to be in charge, is because the United States government is afraid that TikTok is going to get social security numbers and passwords and secret stuff from the United States citizen like you and me?
No, that's nonsensical. You don't input your social security number via TikTok. You know, if you're talking about like working for TikTok,
China has not obtained information. It's a question, and then yes, the answer is yes.
Why would I want to speak with you, Jack?
So.
When I got the green bean, you can just sit where you belong. In the stew, in the goo. Meets your requirements.
That you utilize, gather information on you.
You can put something in the chat if you want.
Or any other country where an application that you utilize comes from. You utilize an app that comes from Australia or New Zealand or Germany or the United Kingdom, they also collect data. This is not unique, nor is collecting data inherently a scary or dangerous thing.
Then why is the United States government so bent out of shape about keeping TikTok TikTok U.S. in American ownership?
Because it is profitable, and we have two competing markets, and the digital giants, and particularly the social media giants that compete with TikTok, do not want a competing market, a country from a competing market to outperform them. So they want to take control over it, which is why Mark Zuckerberg and people like Jeff Bezos have proposed trying to buy TikTok or taking control over it because they want to eliminate competition from the market, which is why Instagram has a clone version of TikTok with Reels. It's about market competition. It isn't about China doing something nefarious with a application where you can make like literally 60-second to 10-minute videos. It's ridiculous. It's literally just Vine. Utterly ridiculous.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's go to Mountain. Hi, Mountain. Mountain, going once. Mountain, going twice.
You know,
Okay.
TikTok, for you to say that.
I was just on mute, What's up? What's going on, dude?
Hi. Did you want to contribute now, or did you want to wait?
Well, yeah, what do you, you're talking about, if you mind refreshing me on this thing you're freaking out, what's going on?
The critical thinking forum was on, is it time to get tough with Russia? And then we've been talking about cyber security.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, no, I guess getting tough with Russia, haven't we been doing that for a while?
I don't know.
I feel like we've been kind of been doing that anyway. At the end of the day, I feel like we've been kind of putting pressure on Russia, labeling this, enemy for a while. But today I was looking at, where Charlie Kirk was shot from on Google Earth, and just to confirm it wasn't.
Okay, I don't think that has to do with Russia or foreign affairs.
All right.
Let's keep the discussion here to Russia, China, foreign affairs. If you want to talk about anything else, hello, we can do it on the weekend. Thank you. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I'm not sure, man. No, I'm good. You guys go ahead.
Thank you. I just want to comment, please, to Comrade. TikTok has the hearts and minds of our youth, and they certainly operate it differently in the United States than they do with the children of China.
Really, you think TikTok really gives a shit about the United States youth?
Yes.
Really?
No, they don't give a shit. They are.
Oh, there you go. I agree with you.
They don't give a shit, but certainly the content is way different here than there.
All right, tell you what, you guys both got to speak. We'll come back to you. Let's go to Jane. Hi, Jane. Welcome to the after party.
Thank you.
And you're welcome.
I didn't go to the party, but I'm glad to be here.
I was there for the last half hour.
Okay, hope it was good.
For the last half hour, it was, yeah.
Cool. Well, on the issue you asked, I think after Conrad spoke about TikTok and privacy, I want to pick up on that.
Sure. My understanding is TikTok has 170 million users in America. That's my understanding. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'm one of them. My daughter's one of them. So
I'm not.
the point is the question you asked. I didn't know if it was rhetorical or like why would the U.S. want to get involved. I just want to make sure it's answered for the room. Because Zuckerberg et al. Don't like the competition. They've lost certain age group demographics.
That's what Comrade was saying.
And I agree with Comrade, so I just wanted to reinforce that. And then
You think all the United States government talk about getting information and Social Security numbers is bullshit. It's just a marketing share money issue. That's what you think, yes?
I think it's fear mongering generally.
Gotcha.
Because if we see who else does this, we give all our information to the other companies. Why is TikTok so different? Because it it's China, but most companies for decades, if not, definitely decades. Well, we've been in business. We went to China.
Yeah, well,
That threshold was crossed.
Facebook has survived and profited mostly on obtaining and selling information, where before Elon Musk, X or Twitter survived or got most of their money from advertising. Please
Right.
continue. Yeah.
Have you been to China, Steve? I've only been
Never.
once.
No, I've never been to China. No.
It'll be one and done for me, probably as well. But what they can't do is they can't use these. Their government controls what the citizens are allowed to use.
That's right.
That's not something I'd like to see happen in America.
Thank you, Jane. Let's go to my friend. Hi, my friend.
Hello, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Cool. Welcome to the Critical Thinking After Party. Critical Thinking was the Critical Thinking Forum was is it time to get tougher on Russia, so we can talk about Russia, China, or United States foreign affairs, whatever you want.
Is it time for the U.S. to get tougher on Russia?
I believe that was the title of the show. I can tell you exactly. Give me about 5, 4, 3, 2.
It was, Steve, yes.
And is it time to get tough with Russia? That was the title of the show. Yeah.
Aren't there a bunch of Ukrainians who want to be part of Russia?
When you say a bunch, what percentage of the Ukrainian population is a bunch?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Then the answer is no. They want to remain independent.
Hence the war.
Correct.
That's why there's a war.
Yeah, the answer is no. They don't want to be part of Russia. They want to be part of NATO, which is not going to happen.
There's a war because it went to war. A guy like Zelensky, let me tell you, he wants all these missiles. When you start a war, Zelensky started the war, okay? He has all these missiles, okay? And now he wants more. Little Zelensky, like a little rocket man, wants the missile.
Little Rocket Man.
It's amazing to me. The reversal of this narrative, I just find fascinating. I
Yes.
find, and again, it's a pleasant turn of events. I mean, look, I hope Trump's serious, but the fact that you can turn around a narrative like this,
Yes.
from going to asserting that this guy started the war,
Yeah,
and was
exactly.
a terrible person and a dictator and aggressor who had to basically, eat crow for the sake of peace to.
Well,
He think he could get
Scott,
military back.
read between the lines, read between the lines. They'll still vote for him, too. It's like up.
Yeah, how did Zelensky start the war? By staying within his own country? Yeah, that's a good point. Hey, my friend, so there's the answer to that question. Did you want to contribute more, or ask more questions, or anything?
I mean, there's a little bit more nuance than hype.
Of course there is. Hang on, comrade. So I think it's my friend's turn, right? My friend, anything else? Or are you good for now?
Yeah, I'm not super well informed about Russia, but I'm looking it up that Putin said something about there was something going on in the Donbass, allegations of genocide in the Donbass, so that's what I'm reading about.
All right. Are you good for now, or what?
I have nothing further on Russia at this time.
You got it, buddy. Thank you. Let's go to Vishal. Am I pronouncing that right, Vishal?
Yes.
Hi.
I just wanted to add to whatever Comrade was saying. I want to start with saying that there is nothing that Chinese government can do which U.S. government is not already doing to their own people or to others.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, let me give you
Really? Well, let me tell you why I'm not sure about that. Because China is a arguably communist what's the other word I want? What type of government where you centralized and what's it called? Dictatorship, communist, and what's the other one?
Nazi.
No, not Nazi, but it's whatever. They can the government can come knock down your front door at 12 drag you. What? What?
Authoritarian, Steve?
No, you all
Fascism.
know what it is. What was Hitler? What was he classified as? Fascist, thank you, fascist. That's what I was looking for. China is a communist fascist government. It means, let me say what I want to say, because he said China can't do anything that the United States can't do, and that's not true. China, the government can come take you from your home, and they can bring you to a jail. They can put a gun over your head. They can tie your hands behind your back. They can question you. They can torture you. They can kill you. They can dismember you, and they can bury you in different parts of China. You can't do that in the United States. Please continue.
Wait, have you ever heard of Kitover?
I'm sorry. Have I ever heard of what?
Cointelpro.
Okay, I can only speak to one person at a time, and I'm speaking to Michelle. So everybody, please mute up.
Wait, have you ever heard of Cointelpro and the CIA?
That's what I'm asking you. I have never heard of COINTELPRO. No, I have not. What is it?
That's impossible. So,
Oh, wait a minute. Who's talking now? Someone else is talking. Comrade.
are we
Okay,
responding to
I'm going to ask you one question. What is COINTELTEL? What is it?
COINTELPRO was a counterintelligence program launched by the CIA to suppress political dissidents.
What year? What year?
This happened between the early 1950s,
The 50s.
throughout the 70s, and
Around the 70s. Okay.
they were primarily utilized to crush black radicals who were fighting for their rights.
I'm familiar with the premise. I just didn't know it was called that. I'll get back to you. I will get back to you. I promise. Vishtel, did you want to talk anymore?
Yes.
Go.
Just last point. You know, it's been 10 years that the European Union has not been able to trust US with their data, and after what Snowden.
The European Union cannot trust the U.S. with their data. It's been 10 years, okay? All right.
Read up about Screm's judgment, Screm 1 and Screm 2 judgment. They came, it was pronounced after what Snowden exposed about European data being used by the US government to snoop on European people. And since then, they have not been able to trust US with them, and they still don't. So America is still not on the white list of sharing data.
However, because of this, Russia doesn't step arguably 1 foot inside NATO countries, right? Because they're protected by the United States, right? But the NATO can't trust us.
I mean, it's not that simple, is it?
Well, actually, maybe it is that simple.
No, you're making
No,
it too
okay.
simplistic.
All right, go ahead. Please, go ahead.
The point is, everything we know about China is through US media, right? And if you listen to Chinese media,
No, that's completely untrue. Everything we know about China is not only because of the U.S. media. That is not true.
so tell me, where do you read about all these stuff about
Where
China?
do I read? What about if I know a government official? What about if I know somebody in the FBI? What about if I know somebody in the CIA?
Yeah, it's supposed to work for US interests against Chinese interests, of course.
Well, you can make that argument about any topic in or outside of
That's
the
my
United
point.
States, that everything we learn is because of the media.
I'm saying if
Them is our watchdog. That's why we have a free press.
the point
That's
is
why we
if
have
you-
an amendment.
the point is if you listen to Chinese media, they'll tell you the exact same thing about
I
US.
don't listen to Chinese media, do you?
I mean, I would like to, why not?
Okay, so you don't listen to Chinese media, right?
I do sometimes.
You do?
Perhaps.
Okay. All right. Well, you have more experience at it than I do.
Yeah, I mean, if you just listen to Global Times, you'll get to know about what's happening with U.S. politics. But the point
I
is,
wouldn't trust anything that the Chinese media said. I wouldn't trust a word they said. It's state controlled, right?
U.S. media is not
The-
state
and-
controlled.
No, the U.S. media is not state controlled. That's completely untrue also.
Okay.
I don't know why you're laughing.
I
The
mean,
United States media, the America's media is not controlled by the government, whereas the Chinese media is.
I mean, every media is controlled by states.
No, we have something called a free press. You are wrong.
Free
You
press
can-
is within the limits that are set by the state. You're free within that limits.
Really, and I'll take another minute because this is fascinating. Then we'll move on to double, and if you're in the audience, come up. So, what limits do the United States have on their press? I'd love to know. Give me one. Give me a limit that the United States government has on its press.
Like not reporting on the state atrocities.
I'm not aware that the United States government tells the press not to report on their atrocities.
Of course they do.
And by the way, what atrocities are you referring to? Can you name one?
Oh, many actually.
I'll take one since you can name many.
Palestine
Name
being the
one.
latest.
What?
Palestine being the latest atrocities.
Sorry, Palestine what?
The atrocities that the U.S. government has been committing on Palestinian people.
Oh, you mean that go on halfway across the world and not on United States soil? All right, fair
Okay.
enough. And give me one example of where the United States government or a news organization don't report on that. Give me one example.
Do you see the reportings on
Doesn't matter whether or not I saw it, just say it. Give me one example of where the United States government told a newspaper or a news organization, do not report this.
Because they're not reporting, it's apparent, right?
Can you, it's the last time I'm going to ask, can you give me one example of when the United States government told a news organization, do not report this?
What do you mean by example?
Okay, then, you know what, I'll come back to you, thank you, go on mute. I've asked 3 times, it's okay, don't worry about it. It's not a problem, just go on mute.
You want me to?
Please, I want to be very clear, please go on mute and we will come back to you, I promise, thank you. Double, hi Double. Hi Double, going once.
Sorry, I'm here.
That's
How are
okay,
you,
no
Uncle
problem.
Steve, my favorite uncle?
Do you care?
I do care greatly.
I was a little frustrated with people who I have to ask the same question 3 times and don't give me a straight answer. Other than that, I'm doing great.
I'm gonna be as straight with you as I possibly can.
I love that. What's the shortest distance between 2 points?
Straight line.
Thank you.
Nice. Well, yeah. What did you guys think of what I had to say in the critical thinking?
People remember what you had to say, Double Agent?
I think
I don't
that's fine. I mean,
go ahead, Scott.
yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
think what you said is fine. I think I celebrate Trump's turnaround on this. I think it's just so hard to take him seriously when you just do such a 180, when you go from Zelensky's the aggressor, he started the war, we shouldn't give him more missiles because he's the antagonist, to he can get back all of Ukraine, he can win the war. I mean, it's just so bizarre. It's great. It's a good turn of events. Like, it just makes me wonder how to interpret the rest of the shit he said. And then again, like Steve contextualized it. My good friend Steve said it. He said, you know, the guy just has crazy shit flying around his head, and sometimes he just puts it out there. And I think we have to adjust and say, look, normally we have a certain standard of communication for the leader of the free world, and that's not what goes on here. And we just have to, like, we just have to be willing to, you know, sift through a lot of stuff that might not make a lot of sense. And occasionally some things will be credible and serious. And so, yeah, I'm celebrating the fact that Trump seems to have come to his senses and recognize that Putin is the aggressor, which is something I guess the man who never flip-flops seems like he was a flip-flopper, but that's great. I celebrate the flip-flop. I think it's a great day for the country and the free world that Trump has gone back on some of the stuff he said that I thought was like crazy. Now, if that makes me part of the part of the target of your ire, then guilty as charged.
Oh, and by the way, really quickly, as far as the United States government telling news organizations what not to print, if news organizations or reporter is allowed to go with, say, an Army or a Marine amphibious unit during an assault or an attack, and they're in there, they certainly may say, don't report on our troop movements until after we finish the operation, and I can certainly get behind that. But go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly wouldn't have any ire for someone like you, Scott, or of course, never for Uncle Steve. But no, I think the point I was trying to make is people are kind of analyzing it like, oh, he said this, and now he's saying that, and oh, Trump's either an idiot or he was wrong or whatever. But it's like, it's pretty clear what his goal is. His goal is to get the war to stop. He didn't start. I think he's right when he always says, I didn't start this. He at least likes to think this wouldn't happen if he had been president. I think even Putin, well, you can't trust anything Putin says, but Putin, at least stroking Trump's ego, has said that.
I can't trust anything Trump says.
Right, yeah, well, that's fair. And I'm saying you shouldn't actually pay attention to the literal words coming out of Trump's mouth on that. He is trying to negotiate. What do you do if you're like, you want someone who's an alcoholic in your family to stop drinking? Is like, well, let me try this. What if I try nicely? I tell you not to do it, and then you keep doing it. Oh, how about if I try to punish you in some way or deny you something? Stop giving you support. Will that help? How about if I tell tell someone you care about that I do an intervention? It's like you keep changing what your tactics to see, can I finally accomplish my goal of getting this person to stop drinking or not? And I think that's what we're seeing. He's just changing tactics because it's clear. First, Biden,
the same scenarios where they're on the roofs, right?
weapons, money and weapons.
And how come
for
no, but thank you. But from the first time when it was Trump, right? This guy, like Charlie, was not on the same level as Trump as chief of
pressure and negotiation. He even not so long ago flew. He hosted Vladimir Putin, probably against international law. Hosted Vladimir Putin in Alaska and had a conference with him in person, and sent him on his merry way.
What's against the law about it? We had
I believe there's some international.
Hello. We had a summit in Alaska, I think about 50 years ago.
Right. I think what's against the law about it is, according to some international court or other, there's a warrant for Putin's arrest if he shows up on the soil of whatever countries that they're supposed to arrest him immediately.
Real fast, before we lose this thread, I just want to say, I think your analogy is you're trying to get someone to stop drinking alcoholic. And you try to stick. I think here the analogy is there's two brothers living in the house, right? One's an alcoholic, one is not. And the alcoholic comes in and beats up the other brother all the time, steals his stuff, harasses the brother. And it would be like the older brother's the alcoholic and the younger brother's the sober one. It would be like they're saying for months that the younger brother's really the alcoholic and the older brother doesn't have the problem. And then all of a sudden you change and say, okay, yeah, the older brother does have the problem. The younger one is sober. That's the analogy. I don't think it's I think it's just very curious.
If I was going to run with your analogy, it would be like telling him, yeah, I realize your younger brother is driving you to drink, and he's to blame for a lot of your problems. And so, yeah, I agree with you. But hey, can you stop drinking? And then he doesn't stop drinking. So eventually you're like, no, you're just a dick to your younger brother. I think that would be a better way to take your analogy.
Double. Why don't you take a minute and finish up? We'll move on.
Yeah, but anyway, my point is, it's not worth overanalyzing Trump's consistency or whatever. He's trying to negotiate with one person, and all this stuff of like right and wrong or whatever. He's just trying to. He's I think we should applaud him for trying different things. What else are you going to do? He only has to convince one person, and that one person is very stubborn. And you don't have that many tools to use against a person who has nuclear weapons. So it is what it is.
You're welcome. Let's say hello to Adeline. Hi, Adeline.
Hey, thank you.
You're welcome.
Lots of interesting, relevant stuff is coming up here, which is great. I just wanted to ask about. I'm an investor, and my concern. So November 1st in my world is what I'm calling the big reveal. It's not really what I call this big reveal. I'm not in healthcare, folks. The big reveal. November 1st, the ACA prices come out on healthcare.gov. And my big concern is that I know it has been in the news, not enough, but it's been out there that the subsidies are going down and the prices are going up. Who knows when insurance is pulling out or whatever, too. That's going to strain a lot of people. Some will have healthcare, will go bankrupt. Prices will go up, taking money out of pockets. Economics, it's already, the top 10%, I think, control the spending, responsible for about 50% of the spending right now. So what I'm wondering is, this is just another straw on the back. I'm wondering what perspective is, what the outlook is, because I don't hear people taking this is a big thing. And it's coming out in November, maybe because the numbers haven't come out, I don't know. But I want to know what some thoughts are with economics, given the upcoming healthcare situation for 26.
Thank you. What I would encourage you to do is to come back on the show either Saturday or Sunday. We have Saturday 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Ask Uncle Steve. We have Sunday at 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Ask the Atheist. That is clearly a healthcare issue right now. We are talking about whether or not the United States should get tough on Russia and or China and or foreign affairs. I would love to talk healthcare with you. I love it, insurance, the whole ball of wax. But I think we should shelve that one until the weekend. Would you like to contribute anything to foreign affairs, or are you good for now?
Well, I can say there, it's more of a inside the box comment where I'm a volunteer with Ukrainian for language training, and I help teach the teachers how to do it.
That's amazing. When was the last time you were in Ukraine?
I was never in Ukraine. I would love to see Ukraine because it used to be.
When was the last time you communicated with somebody in Ukraine?
About 2 days ago.
And how are they? How are their spirits?
They're depressed. They're fighting.
I'm not surprised.
Battle with depression. There's an issue.
What do they think of the United States? Are we the good guy, the bad guy, or something in between?
I would say exasperated is the best word I could come up with for one word. The expectations are for more help. And also the kind of help, they listen to what Zelensky requests, the type of the missiles, and then they're not given, and then there's a really long wait.
So if I understand correctly, we're not really the good guy, we're not really the bad guy. We are just a source of money and missiles and weapons, and they want more, right?
Well, it's sort of like we're auntie, you expect more from auntie or uncle, somebody, big brother, or somebody who's capable, but they're not quite doing what you'd expect.
Enough.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, they need more than 200 billion. That's not enough. I get it. Okay.
Well, it's also in the devil's in the details. It's what they've been given, what they've not been given. They want more, so they gave them long range, but they didn't. They limited the ability to use it. When they did give them a long range, there was a rule, a restriction, and that was very frustrating. So that's an example of like they got a lot, and it was expensive, but then they weren't allowed to do it only so far.
It's not enough to get a whole bunch of weapons. You got to be able to use those weapons any way you want, right?
Well, or more so.
Yeah.
So,
more so, exactly. I agree. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, please come on again. I'd be happy to talk about that or anything else you want to. But
sure. Well, but the healthcare, I was trying to tie that into the total picture economically.
go for it. Go for it.
Too big. It's too big a question, and this is big enough question. So, and this is very interesting. I can tell you what the Ukrainians would say.
What would the Ukrainians say?
Give us the pop.
Exactly. That's what I said. That's what I said. Give us those. We need more.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Of course.
They're very
Thank you.
clever what they say.
Yeah.
It's not hard to understand. They're really good.
I know. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's go to Anson. Hi, Anson.
Well, after the critical thinking, I made my comments. Some of
Yes,
you
I
heard
listened.
them.
I heard every word.
Okay, good. And after that, I watched Brett Baer's interview with Zelensky. Of course, Zelensky is ecstatic because Trump has now indicated that the objective of the war should be a Russian retreat from any and all Ukrainian territory, including Crimea. We can have this argument or discussion based upon Trump and all of his Trump.
What's the argument?
Well, the argument is why doesn't Trump do something to end the war?
Such as what you said is put boots on the ground?
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I don't want that. I
okay,
absolutely
fine.
don't.
That's good, Steve. We can have that debate. But I made the assertion that this war is not going to end until it's won on the battleground.
Yeah, I know.
It's not going to be won by just economic pressure and certainly not by diplomatic pressure. It's going to be won on the battlefield.
It must be going on about a year and a half now.
A year and a half, Steve? It's been 20 fucking years already.
We're in Ukraine. How long has it been going on for?
Almost 4 years.
4 years. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
3.5 years. It's got to be won now on the battlefield.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, good.
It doesn't have to be one now.
Okay, all right.
It's been going on 3.5, 4 years. It can go on another 3.5, 4 years.
Fine. If that's what you want to do.
No, I didn't say that's what I want. I said that's what could happen.
That's what could happen until, but if that's it's what the American people want.
I don't think so.
Wait a minute, Steve. It should be what is in the best interest of the United States.
Really? Do you think the American people want American soldiers putting boots on the ground in Ukraine? Is that what the American people want?
No, of course not. Of
Yeah,
course
well, okay. Well, there you go.
I made that point. The American people, if they are faced with what needs to be done to win the war, the American people are not, and nor the Europeans, ready to suffer the backflow, the consequences on the global economy, on oil prices, on you name it. They are not ready to suffer the consequences of winning the war. Therefore, why have a discussion about what's it going to take to win the war?
Because you want to talk about it.
No, I don't want to talk about it. I've already given you my conclusions on what it would take to win the war, and I concluded that under the current circumstances, for America to go to war or to even think about doing something to help an ally to win the war, it is going to cause blowback to the United States. The American people are incapable.
We've already been doing that to the tune of over $200 billion.
And the argument is about Trump. And what's he going to do next? And he's doing
what if we got in return for our $200 billion?
A stalemate. A stalemate.
I would argue nothing. A stalemate, okay, nothing.
We got a stalemate. Russia has not taken over Ukraine, and we have a stalemate on our hands, and we've had it for ever since the first month of the war, when we thought it was going to be a cakewalk for the Russians. So if all you want is a stalemate, if all American people want is a stalemate, it's the Ukrainians' problem. We'll give them some money, we'll give them some missiles. That's all we want to do. And Europe says the same thing. And if Russia makes a mistake and flies a jet into our territory, we're not going to shoot it down. Fine. That's the decline of the West. It's been going on for 25 years. We don't want to arrest that decline in the West. Then we can just continue to sink down into mediocrity with little or no influence from what's going on in the world. Just give it up, let somebody else take charge, and we'll release all reserves from our strategic reserve to keep gas prices in place so that we can win the midterm or the next presidential election, which is the kind of bullshit that goes on in American politics all the time, along with all the anti-Trump rhetoric. And, we just don't have the guts to do what it's going to take to win. So, let's
and what does that put boots on the ground? What does that put boots on the ground?
Absolutely. I said, if you want to start.
What do you mean we don't have the guts? Why should we want?
Wait a minute, Steve.
Why don't you wait a minute? Why don't you wait a minute? What is in the advantage? What advantage is it of the United States to put American soldiers on the ground in Ukraine? How does that benefit the United States? Well, maybe it's something that everybody should think about. Hi, JCC. JCC, are you there, brah? Oh, answer. Maybe you have an answer for me. Okay, I guess you don't. JCC, are you there? Scott Jones, are you there?
Yeah, I want to.
What advantage is it to the United States to have American soldiers fighting in Ukraine?
Yeah, I don't think there's an advantage. I think that the advantage is the proxy war, right? I mean, I think when you can take an adversary like Russia and counter its interests by supplying Ukraine, right, and supplying and endorsing Ukraine, bloodying the Russian nose, as long as they want to do that, right? I mean, no, of course they don't want to force Ukraine to do that. There's an advantage.
End of the world, everybody! Cheers!
Their citizens to go off to die. That's my theory on it. And you know what? I think Trump would gain a lot of respect if he did that. Not just that, I think that would be the right thing to do personally.
I'm flabbergasted. I don't know what to say to that. Wow.
You don't know what to say, Steve? It's your room. You're curating hate speech and end of the war. End of the World War.
Yeah, absolutely not. Actually, JCC, I was thinking about that. War or the world of business, Mr. Beal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of one of those two. Yeah.
Well, Z, we tried to invite you up. Your hand is still up. You're welcome to come on up. And Tony, I gave you an invite.
David is in favor of Donald Trump assassinated.
Maybe they should have a speech on the college campus. I'm sorry, is that too soon?
Hi, Z. Hello, Z.
Hey there, I think I pressed the button by accident, but I did want to say that after David spoke, what popped into my big beautiful brain was, this ridiculous is, Putin and Trump, put them in the ring together and let them pick their weapons and whatever. But I don't like sending young people to war either. And,
Thunderdome. 2 men enter, 1 man leave.
well, and that's true. For real though, I did sit with people who did. I sat with people who came back from Vietnam, and I don't even know what to say about it. So, and that will forever be in my mind, and I never want to see anything like that happen again. And so, I agree. I don't think that shooting world leaders. I can't really speak to that, but I think it is insane that all these different people do go to war and get killed for crazy people who are, running these different countries. And in the past, I really thought that our country was something different and special. And I'm not saying that it's not, but it's turned into something else that is scaring the crap out of me and making me very uncomfortable. And so I just, I don't, I don't have anything else really to say. I was never really into political conversation because I mostly just looked at pictures and read little clips from magazines. I really didn't read or pay attention didn't really understand what was going on, guys. So it's, now I do, and it's frightening. And thank you for having me on stage.
You are. It's my pleasure. War is not romantic. War is messy. War is disgusting. And again, I never served. But you ask anybody that's ever seen action, it's not what you imagine it. It's war is a nasty, ugly business. We're going to end in 12 minutes. I can play a clip about war, but I don't know if people want to hear clips. So if anybody wants to speak, go ahead. Otherwise, I will play the clip.
I did just want to say hi, Steve.
Hi, Violet. It's good to see you. How are you, sweetheart?
Doing okay this evening. How about yourself?
I'm doing well, thanks. We're just coming down to the very end. We started this about
I heard the 12-minute thing, so just wanted to say hi.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Well, Reverend Scott, should I play the end of the movie Coming Home, the John Voight speech? I don't know if you know that.
Why not? Why now?
Okay. I believe both Jane Fonda and John Voight won Best Actor and Best Actress for the movie Coming Home. This movie takes place right after John Voight comes back from Vietnam and he's paralyzed. And at the end, he is the alternative speaker at a military rally to try and recruit people to join the American military. So this is his famous speech at the end of the movie. It's about 4 minutes, so we'll come right back.
You want to be a part of it, patriotic, go out and get your licks in at the US of A. And when you get over there, it's a totally different situation. You grow up real quick because all you're seeing is a lot of death. Once I was a soldier, I fought on foreign sands for you. Once I was a hunter. I know some of you guys can look at the uniform man and you can recall the films and you can think about the glory of other wars and think about some big patriotic feeling and go off and fight this turkey too. Soon I'll be another. Tell you I was
Good one, Steve.
All this gaslighting bullshit they do. It's right there, clear as day. But it was also clear as day if you had fucking eyes and a brain, because it was obviously happening in real time. And the frustrating thing is, those of us like myself who were screaming about it until we were blue in the face were just told we're crazy. Oh, you're crazy. You're crazy. What are you talking about? And now nobody's ever going to come back and say, hey, it looks like you were right. No.
Can you put that, whatever you're reading from, can you put that link? Yeah. Cool. That's a big deal.
I put it in there.
There, I just put it in the chat.
Cool.
I mean, dude, like, we knew this was happening, but now we have it direct from Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg admitted it. We have it direct Google now. Okay? Like, what more evidence do we need? The people that pretend it never happened are delusional. Actually, they're acting in bad faith.
Yeah, but hold on,
intentionally trying to manipulate guess.
Now that it's a fact that it happened, it's not a big deal, and everyone's it.
Both sides do it. Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel was off there for 3 days, Mohan. Both sides do it.
He was off the air because the syndicators refused to syndicate it. That wasn't the government.
Sinclair is still refusing to syndicate it, by the way.
He's
gonna come back.
Down by half.
Yeah. He's gonna come back, but Sinclair is still refusing to syndicate it. I think it's because Sinclair is a Jewish-owned company, and Charlie Kirk was fairly beloved in Israel. I think that's the reason. Because the Sinclair family seems very upset about it. Disproportionately so.
What do you reckon Kimmel opens with when he's back on air first time?
He's gonna give some mealy-mouthed apology, which isn't an actual apology. Everybody knows what he's gonna do, and then he's gonna get a big applause for standing up to Trump. It's gonna be incredibly cringe. You can predict it very easily.
The funniest thing about this is, if this didn't happen, they probably were going to cancel him this year because they lose like $40 million a year on his show. But they're going to keep him around just long enough to try to prove a point, which means they're just going to lose hundreds of millions of dollars for no reason.
Well, that's why I thought it was a tactical error, Mohan, because I was like, Kimmel would have been removed from the air in 6 months without anybody lifting a finger.
What his key demo Nielsen rating is? Oh.
Less than 140,000 people tune into the show.
Yeah,
I have been on Bitcoin podcasts with higher viewership than that. I'm more famous than Jimmy Kimmel.
Dude, when you put out I was gonna say, when you put out a tweet, more people read it than watch Jimmy Kimmel. In the key demo.
I know. Isn't that wild? But yeah, man, that's listen, so like, now that we have it official, we already knew it. I didn't need to be told it. But now that we have it official, I really am not going to take any bullshit from anybody off anything. Not that I was anyway, but like, people need to really shut the fuck up. Like, really.
Dude, for years I was saying Joe Biden is not the one running the country, he has dementia, and Patrick Spano was being hyperbolic.
Why is it that when we say things, everybody treats us like, not that we are not right-wing reactionaries, because we are right-wing reactionaries, but like, why do they treat us as if we're just, everything's like a hyperbolic reality, like we're taking everything in bad faith? Is it because they're hyperbolic reactioning everything in bad faith?
No, it's because they're people. Also, I'm a liberal as fuck.
It's because they have to admit they are.
There's a good number of people, and I'm not saying this is Patrick, who process conclusions not based on the validity of how you derive them, but based off of what their friends will think about them if they hold that conclusion.
Yes, that's like, I'd say the majority of people, unfortunately.
And so you can describe of like empirical syllogisms every step of the way to a conclusion. And at the very end of the conclusion, they'll just think, will my friends dislike me if I hold this conclusion? And then they won't care about anything else.
My entire Twitter feed is Dennis Porter hate. That's kind of amazing.
I don't know why, but fucking I forget this like mid-tier Republican had Nick Fuentes on. I forget his name, Dan Bongino, or not Dan Bongino, one of these like guys. And yeah, Nick Fuentes is kind of a retard. Let me reframe that. I don't think he's unintelligent. I think he's evil. And if someone were to shoot someone, it's crazy that they shot Charlie Kirk.
You Fish, my entire feed is also Dennis Porter hate, and I've come to realize that was the massive breaking news that's bullish for Bitcoin.
Let's go.
Because I'll look up the name of the podcast, but Nick Fuentes spent 40 minutes talking about how he was a victim because when he was 19, people started canceling him for the opinion that having mixed race marriages is immoral and a form of degeneracy, and that anyone who marries outside of their race is a moral degenerate and should be looked down on. And then he spent half an hour talking about how he was a victim because people started ostracizing him from the right movement for that opinion of, literally being a racist.
Yeah, what's his beef with mixed race marriages?
It's moral degeneracy. Don't you know this? Everyone knows this. That's and if you criticize him for the opinion that he holds and don't want to hire him over that, that's just Jewish propaganda and cancel culture. And it's all these women. Apparently, Nick Fuentes, when he was 19, tried to hit on girls, and then they'd hang out with him, and then he would say mixed race dating is degeneracy, and if you have a child with someone of a different race, you're a moral degenerate. And they recorded him saying that, and then made sure that no one in right-wing media hired him. And that's apparently cancel culture going too far.
But what is his beef with, like, genetic diversity optimization?
You can ask him. You're more than welcome. I listened to him for like 45 minutes explain it, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to listen to him more, but that's seems to be a very appropriate step for ostracization from wanting to hire someone. Nick Fuentes was the one that got Kanye West to say that he loved Hitler. Like, if you actually go back and watch that Alex Jones interview, Nick Fuentes is sitting right next to him. I'm curious on the rank ordering of dweeb to nerd. Is collecting classic comic books more dweeb/nerdy than playing Magic the Gathering? Where does that rank? Am I now become nerdier than you?
Magic is like number one.
Is it? it can't be number one. There's got to be something worse. It's kind of funny. I've been enjoying how much of a filter it is. I was about to go on a date with someone. I was like, oh yeah, well, I'm busy Saturday because I'm going to a Magic tournament. And then they stopped talking to me. And I was like, you know what? If that filter took out, it was going to happen at some point.
Charlie didn't get the benefit.
Please. Not.
Different country.
I'm sorry. I'm actually not opposed to them learning about the Bible when it comes to like law because I feel like that.
Back then. Yeah, he was dropping clips. Remember when he said only who was the bitch he talked about?
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
Only Rosie.
Yeah, he said, you like a pig with makeup or something, right? Or,
No, she said you called women's dogs pigs, and he said only Look, I actually liked him in like 2016, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's what's important with our politicians is that they're able to like insult people correctly.
People are in here. Ambition is a hell of a drug. If he marries a man, she's gonna have to sit down and be a trad wife and the cheerleader from the side. If she's tasted blood, she ain't marrying nobody.
So maybe she could be Trump's side piece. It's okay. We'll find somewhere to tell her to go.
What the shit? Melania is not having that.
I'm sure he's tired of Melania. I think Melania be okay with that. She tired of that motherfucker.
Yeah. Melania only comes for paid appearances.
And Melania's like, yo, when are you gonna die? What the fuck? Hurry up.
Mel, what's wrong with you tonight? What's going on?
I'm just saying. I can see it in her face.
I think you need to take a nap.
Melania's like, I can't deal with this old wrinkly man. That's how her face be looking.
She probably tired of that CPAP machine.
I'm telling you, she's like, I'm tired of sleeping next to that diaper booty. Go over there.
I'm convinced you're not tired.
definitely got a side piece. Or she fucking somebody in NYU where her son goes to school at.
She's gonna be the first wife he doesn't divorce.
Your Honor, yes, diaper booty. Doesn't he look like he got a diaper booty?
Who is that? Who said
Trump.
Erica Kirk should be,
Oh, Al Bundy. Oh, Al Bundy. Who was Al Bundy's wife?
I've been looking for
Peg, yeah. Al Bundy and Peg at the bottom.
During the time that they were, what is that called? Trespassing.
Peggy, yeah. Peggy and Al Bundy, they're in the group. He got his hand up. He's trying to come up.
Oh.
He wants attention. Al Bundy and Peggy.
Yeah, so you are probably like.
Which one is Peggy? What you mean? Al is next to his wife is Peggy. Look at his wife.
Oh shit! You playing for real? You really should throw. Hey, Your Honor.
What do you think? That these people gonna talk shit? We ain't gonna talk shit?
I got here. No,
Hello, everybody.
Then we got Mike P, Payne, Karen.
You trying to dox me? Oh, yeah. Somebody mute her mic. What's happening?
Let that woman speak.
Sir, I got a bunch of people that you gave that information to. They were on my stage, sir. I got a bunch of.
Why are you bringing this back? What is happening?
No, because I can't stand people that got color and they play Karen wrong. They male Karen.
Sorry, ma'am. I plead.
Yes, you too. I could deal with you sometime. I want some male Karen. When y'all get the name for me, I will call these men Karen.
Kevin.
These motherfuckers.
Hey, Trent.
No, it's not Kevin. It's not Kevin.
Nah, Kevin is not a good name.
Kevin. Okay,
I
Kevin.
got it, man. Bitch ass bitches.
You know what? Y'all are crazy. I really want to hear. So, does anybody have the Trump UN? They said he overspoke the time and everything. Oh, I don't know. They said it was embarrassing. Oh shoot! I just got a alert. Oh my gosh, she back on the app.
Who?
Y'all remember Indira?
Oh, wow.
I remember that name. Ooh, now you all talk about black female.
Ooh, when I went to go curse her out the other day, but she got away
You know
before I
you
could.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey,
she's
Cool
special.
Tricks, one of my most favorite of all time.
Seem like a scientist on the app. Flirtatious.
And it's so arrogant about it, too.
I think yesterday, Pink Bill and Quinn was arguing in another room. I was like, oh, this is juicy.
Ain't shit endearing about her.
The room is called Open Talk, Conservative and Liberals.
All right, hold on. Open Talk, Conservative.
I heard it. It should be called Diaper Booty.
Oh my god.
I like that. I like Diaper Booty. That's hilarious.
Your Honor, do not encourage her. Thank you.
Diaper Booty is objectively hilarious. That's
It may be, but
to
don't
describe
encourage.
a grown-ass man, I love it. Everything that
Hold on, I don't see that house.
just to make fun of him, I think.
You don't see? It might not be a house. It might just be a regular room.
Oh, that's their title, you
I
mean?
mean, he does have a diaper booty. You never seen his panty ass baby right up under his titties. He had a belt right up under like his titties and the big ass bloomers. He is a terrible looking specimen of a orangutan or whatever he is.
I'm trying to look for the room. Should biracials have their own community? I'm telling you, these people are so bored.
Masculinity mansion. I'm gonna go to.
Why black men owe black women reparation? Yeah. I don't even see that freaking room. Yeah, I need to bring the link back. I want me to stream it. Beyond love. I probably don't follow nobody in that room. That's why it's not coming up in the hallways.
Let me see if I can find it.
People who were suffering, people who God was
this room is clean speech, Erica.
I was in another video that I just wanted to make some philosophical with European families. And I remember seeing them on the news, and
That's crazy. I only heard her voice one time. I already could tell his wife's voice. Now somebody got a groom saying Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, they're setting up the Christmas stuff at Macy's right now.
Alright. I keep trying to tell you, you ain't listen.
Yeah,
Have y'all
The
heard
fourth quarter is here.
Mel, I sent it to you in your back channel.
Okay. They just want to this money.
I was gonna ask y'all, have y'all ever heard about the former Republican candidate called Solomon Pena? Are y'all familiar with him?
No.
Okay, this is kind of interesting. So,
Solomon Pena. Oh, Pena.
Pena, P-E-N-A.
I thought he said Pena.
Pena, right? He's a former Republican candidate in New Mexico. He actually ran in 2022 for election, right? He was defeated by a Democrat, and then he got mad and said basically he didn't want to concede. He said that the election was rigged, and he tried to do the Donald Trump thing, basically that he's very MAGA. He's definitely MAGA. And then after that, he got mad and did a series of shootings on Democrats' homes in Albuquerque, right? So he started doing drive-bys on Democrats. I'm not making this shit up. He started doing drive-bys on Democrats' houses. And they said in one of the scenarios, he was orchestrating the drive-bys. I guess he had a Republican hit squad. And then in one of them, he actually pulled the trigger himself, but the weapon actually malfunctioned because he fails at everything he fucking does. He was arrested on January 16th. After a police investigation, he faced charges including shooting at occupied dwellings, conspiracy, weapons, and interfering with federally protected activities, voting and such. He was found guilty of all 13 charges brought against him and sentenced to 80 years in prison plus 3 years of supervised release. The judge described his actions as egregious. So this is a guy that actually ran for office as a Republican, very MAGA. You can find pictures of him in all the MAGA gear, and started literally doing drive-by on Democrat houses. But we the ones that they need to be protected from, IU.
Was he a leftist? Sounds like a leftist.
Very right.
He was
Very right.
A trans max, they're right. Must have been a trans.
So we're waiting on Donald Trump to pardon him in this moment, Be very fitting.
80 years and then 3 years.
That sentence is crazy, right? But imagine he's really doing drive-by on Democrat legislators' houses, bro, just because he lost and doesn't want to concede. Like, these are the Republicans that we're saying are nonviolent. Mind you, this happened in 2022, 2023. These are years where there was no Democratic violence. This is just the Republicans sliding and knocking shit down. That's some gangsters, like gangbanging
These
shit.
are state charges.
I'll put the link. You can check it out. I don't know if they were state or federal.
Okay, I'll go read it myself as well.
Did he go to jail? Is he in
No, I'm telling you, Spirit, I don't know. I literally don't know.
Yeah, I'm not going there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Spyron is a little bit spicy.
Yeah, he's spicy. He's angry too. Basically, he's stickers. But yeah, he's doing 80 years. He's doing 80 years.
Okay.
I was Trump would pardon him, let's give him a shot. The federal charges, see that.
Release him.
It was like he already took a shot.
Supervision after 80 years. 3 years supervision.
That